Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Tomb Raider. Let us continue. Now, last episode we spent an episode just looking for the last sun killer uh, totem that was supposed to shoot. Turns out, after research, it's right here. So I gotta step up my game trying to get the rest of these because I'm gonna have to look a little bit better. So we're done with that. No, I totally cheated for that and looked that up. And next thing I want to do is come back to the shipwreck beach because we missed a tomb here and we missed a campsite here somehow. And that will give us something to do, at least for the moment. And then we'll get back probably if we do the tomb in less than uh, in less than 30 minutes, we'll move on to finding the rest of the collectibles. Gee, it looks like something would be right here. But we were in this room and we looked. Oh, there's a hole right here. So I just somehow managed to completely miss this hole. Alright, that explains a lot. Even looking straight at it, I had trouble seeing it. Playing a little bit of an Indian style Native American style music. Oh, that could be Japanese too. Okay. Just for simplicity's sake, take this off and enjoy the scenery a little bit better. Now, this tomb being really far away from the rest of the area actually makes some sense to me. Now I could climb like that, but I could just do this too. It makes sense since it seems like they're struggling with all that they put on that beach area already. I guess you didn't have to even cross. You could have just walked. So having the tomb further away would ideally, you would hope, give them the opportunity to have it deload some stuff, or at the very least not have the graphics card showing that stuff. The Temple of the Handmaidens.
This cave was once a place of worship.
So, finding the camps, I don't know if you have to actually sit at them, but do count as something. So next time, if we run into another place where we haven't found the camp yet, I'm gonna not sit at it and check if I can remember to do that. Let's see, what are we shooting for? Oh, it seems like quite a lot.
What are they doing here? Some kind of fishery.
I've gotten most of the achievements that you can get in single player done. Let's see what this does. Okay. Then that knocks that, which turns up there where I guess I could swing, and then jump on that platform over there. And this one needs to and then the buoy goes back to the circle. So if I'm gonna buy this, what I think I need to do is see if I can hit this from there. Pull. We got that. Hit this from here. Twist this. As soon as that thing goes through, we need to hit jump B. We need to run up here. When this turns, we need to jump. Let's pull this again, it seems like. Well, I missed it, then I hit the button again and I caught it. Wow. Okay. A little bit of a timing puzzle. A little bit of run and jump and timing. Hardly...
We must use this place to store food.
Hardly what I'd call a actual puzzle, or... I mean, it is a puzzle, but it's like a puzzle for... I don't know what, that you give a 5-year-old to play, and you put it in a mature rated game. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It just didn't put enough effort in it, and didn't put more to it. If I had to do like 4 of those, and they were a little bit more difficult, maybe then. I only had to do 2. There we go. Handgun parts. Nice. GPS cache map for the shipwreck beach. Okay, well that solves a problem too, because we're missing a GPS cache. When you look at these tombs, I think it really is just a testament of how wrong a game development can go. Because this is only speculation on my part, but I have to assume that the tombs and some of the other parts of the game were made by one team. Went for probably years and years trying to get a complete game out of their efforts and just didn't succeed at it. And then they finally had to bring in a second team that slapped in it first person shooting and took all the cut up pieces and levels and glue them all together, and it explains why we go from area to area. It explains why the story is so crazy. Although, honestly, I don't know why the story would be that crazy. Even if there was a problem with development, if the development and the both the development and this writing are crazy, that pushes it right up to just a straight up production issue. Whoever was in charge type deal. Because story wise, I think you pretty much have the story laid out before the game even starts to be made. it's nothing to hire a writer or game creator and sit down and say this is what's gonna happen in the story, and it makes very little sense that somebody said, in this story, she's gonna start off, she's gonna get punched, she's gonna be hanging upside down in some kind of cave, she's gonna wander around for hours and hours and hours. She's gonna fight Russians, she's gonna fight demonic things. This is, when you start thinking about all the things that have happened in the story just so far, it's a story made by a committee or somebody with severe ADD and just can't focus. Maybe you could say that they decided they couldn't have the entire game be surrounded around shooting Japanese people. I think if you thought of it from that perspective, that might make a lot of sense. If this is a Japanese island, even if Yamatai wasn't actually part of Japan, and they were gonna just by default say, well, of course it's a Japanese island, it's only gonna be full of Japanese people, then yeah, I guess that kinda does make sense where they say that we just don't want her shooting all those people. But then why is it okay to shoot American people or Russian people? Because that's who we're shooting now. Why is that any better? That's maybe more of a societal statement than anything else. What is that? Way over there. I guess that would explain some of it. So it would give some sort of explanation as far as why. Coming down from this is a little difficult. I remember trying to climb down this section before when I played it originally, and it really isn't laid out for descending. But I think if that really was the case, that you were just trying to say, you're trying to create a solution so you weren't shooting 100% all people of one race, and so you wanted to split it up a little bit. Why not then take the easy out that every other game creator has done, and simply have us fight Oni the whole time? That would make way more sense. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to find... Well, to let you in on the secret, I only looked at the solutions of one other location, so it would be silly of me to go to another place and just run around. Trying to avoid that. Come on. That's where we were when we started. This is where we are here. This one has a document in it. Well, I suppose we could do that. We'll just work our way back. No worries on finding a document, because we have the whole cartography skill now. It'll just show up on the map easy. Yep, pretty easy. So this is hardly going to be difficult. In fact, I probably would have just, had I looked around a little bit more, would have gotten the document in the original run. How do we get around this way? Yep. Yeah, most game players, just by default, would know you should be fighting the Oni, the ghosts. And in the history of Lara Croft and Tomb Raider games, where they were fighting animals because they didn't want to be so violent against humans in the original games, and now that seems so backwards of a way of thinking that we're shooting humans and it barely lets you fight any animals. Oh yeah, this is right here. I just missed it.
Lara, I'm sorry. I got you into this mess. I made a promise to your father. The last time I saw him, I swore I would look after you, keep you out of trouble. And what did I do? I put you right in the thick of it. Now you're the one looking after me. You know, you're just like your father. He was smarter, wiser, and stronger than anyone I knew. And he never gave up, no matter how tough things got. I worry about you. But I know if there's anyone who can survive this place, it's Lara Croft. Whatever happens, I want you to know that I loved you like the daughter I never had. I'm proud of you.
Ironic, since he actually did have a daughter. It kind of throws the story out a little bit when things are collected out of order. It kind of throws the story out of whack. Just a little bit. And that's why those should all be just cutscenes, and that's what almost certainly it was going to be. Oh man. Some camps you can't fast travel from, and I don't believe that's a camp. So now I've got to... Okay, so there are two things. There's camps, and then there's fires. And at a camp you can fast travel, at a fire you can't. I didn't even get that as a concept. Never even picked up on it. I think I'm stuck in a little area here and I have to actually go back. No real reason to hunt. I don't believe there's any more skill points I can get. I do need salvage. So theoretically there is reason to hunt. But it's to upgrade like one weapon. It's still kind of in this whole situation where even though we were doing very well and we picked, I think, all the skills in the right order to get as much salvage as possible. And some of those skills and which one you would pick was completely unapparent if you hadn't played the game before. Most people would think at the beginning you would fight a lot of animals, so getting salvage from animals would make sense, but it's actually completely untrue. It's way worse to get animals. Alright, well, I have not looked up these locations, but we missed 2 fire starter things because we were out of arrows in the middle of this. Geothermal caves, which we blew up. We literally just blew up this section. The only thing I need is the fire starter thing. I'm thinking it's back. They're both back this way.
away. What? This is my...
Get those XPs. Shooting fish in the barrel, basically. Mercy killings, I call them. And we do this twice in the game. Hey, here's a section we never looked in. Totally missed stuff. And you really can't afford to be doing that in this game. Placing stuff in such ways that...
What? Food.
This is really a great example of just how you go from being traumatized from the first movie, Murder, as the character. Lara Croft is traumatized, and then the player is just fully encouraged to sit here and shoot not only people in cages who can't defend themselves and aren't doing anything to you, but also in the second version, just can't kill the rat. Well, I could kill the rat, but won't bother to kill the rat. If that's one, then I imagine I will find the next one in some place over here. Just gotta keep my eyes peeled. They like to hide the last few. Did I see something over here? Seeing if I can hit this. Maybe break it. Here, let's try this. We have explosive. Now the question is, do I work my way up?
Oh yes. Maybe.
There's two in this area, but I suspect there's even more. Let's work our way backwards. How did I miss that? Is it really possibly over here? Might be. I have a feeling on a whole different section, so. I'm not going to be able to go very far here. This is where we started this whole section. Alright. Let's take a good look around as we wade through blood. Having us wade through blood after it being about the 5th time we've waded through other things that are gross, I don't think it plays well. It feels kind of like that somebody made a blanket order that every concept in the game must be done at least 3 times. And apparently nobody felt free to go back to the guy and go, really? You're gonna have us do this dramatic death scene of our characters, of the important characters 3 times? Because then that's gonna really negate a lot of things. I think I need to move forward in this. If we found a couple back here, odds are I just missed a couple more forward. She's in this whole like scared mode, walking around. And we are using our instincts a lot. We're hearing noises a lot. Interesting, there's sticks right there on top of the campfire that's not there in instinct mode. That is rather strange. It's probably just an animation thing. This is the one place where you do that really long jump. You jump over the rock and it just has you hover. Alright, there we go, great. Fire starter challenge complete. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Means we can go to the campfire and fast travel. Do we have enough to upgrade this? Everything else is at 100 except for the handgun. So our last upgrade, we need 40 or 37 to be accurate salvage, which almost certainly you're gonna get 37 more salvage in this game because of that. But I didn't have everything upgraded the first time I played. Everything here is at its maximum. And now we want to go to, I guess we'll just work our way backwards. But I thought I missed something else. I'm sure I did. But maybe I didn't. No, there is one that I've missed somewhere here. But I guess we'll just go backwards. So we'll go to the shanty town, and that's where we will start next episode. That's gonna be it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.